Right now on Inside Texoma, we are taking a look at two Texoma community theaters and the big impact that they have right here in Wichita Falls, starting with Gail Smith, Executive Director of Backdoor Theater. Gail, if you can kind of just tell us what we're going to be talking about and what the viewers can expect this Sunday.
Well, you're going to learn a little bit about the history of Backdoor Theater. You're going to learn about how to come and see a show. You're going to learn about our upcoming show, Winter Wonderettes, that opens the day after Thanksgiving. We're really proud of that. And all the extra special things we have going on throughout the year at Backdoor.
Absolutely. And Lynn Marshall with Wichita Theater is also here to kind of give us a little insight and sneak peek of what we can expect from Wichita Theater this Sunday.
Well, we'll tell you a little bit about White Christmas, which is going to be playing in December. We'll tell you about our great new 104th anniversary season coming up and how we're replacing the uncomfortable seats in the Wichita Theater at the first of next year.
It's a show you definitely don't want to miss. It all starts right now on Inside Texoma. Good morning, Texoma. I'm Ashley Fitzwater. Thanks for joining us for another look inside Texoma. This morning is quite a special treat. We are taking a look at two community theaters right here in Wichita Falls. We're going to be taking a look at the Wichita Theater, the history and the upcoming production, and the Backdoor Theater, as well as their holiday season. And joining me now to talk about just that is Gail Smith. She is the Executive Director at Backdoor Theater. And Gail, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We are so excited to hear about all the things happening at Backdoor Theater, and especially, here we come upon the holiday season, and I know there's lots of upcoming productions, so we want to start by talking about what people can expect.
Absolutely. We have a great production coming up. It opens the day after Thanksgiving. It's called the Winter Wonderettes, and it's set in 1968. And it's four women that are the entertainment for a hardware store. And it's set in the hardware store. And these four women, they're great. I'm so excited about this cast. You're going to hear all your favorite Christmas songs. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of little things that are going on behind the scenes. And it's just a lot of fun. It's going to be a really fun production.
So lots of music, you mentioned. Is this like a comedy? Is this a family event?
It's extremely funny. It's
Good.
A very, very funny comedy. And like I said, lots of music though, all your favorite Christmas songs. Because the premise is that they are actually the entertainment for the hardware store Christmas party.
Oh, okay. I love it then. So it's guaranteed to get you ready for the holidays, ready for Christmas coming
up. If you leave there and you're not in the holiday spirit, then you can't get in the holiday spirit.
That's your test then. So this is going to be starting, as you mentioned, right after Thanksgiving. And how long will this production be running through?
It'll run at least through the 16th of December. We have a few private parties scheduled in some of there, so we went ahead and extended it a little bit. And it also will be showing on New Year's Eve. Oh. We actually have a special deal going on New Year's Eve. Well, it'll include the show, and then after the show's over, we'll take a little break, and then it will also include a comedy magic act with our Blaine Murphy, who's our production manager, and another man named Ron Wilson. And they're going to come and they're going to make everybody laugh even more up until it's time to ring in the new year.
Now, how long have you been doing something to kind of ring in the new year?
Backdoor Theater's done New Year's Eve things over the years, off and on. We did a little bit last year. We took a little bit of a break. Sometimes you got to take a break, and then everybody's like, "Where's all your things on New Year's Eve?" And they'll come back. So we're really excited about what we're doing this year.
That sounds like a lot of fun. So, kind of talking though back to the production that's going to be kicking off, is this something that you would recommend to bring the kiddos out? I mean, what's the age group that you would really advise to come?
I really think for this production, it's any age. It's just a lot of fun. It's funny. The four women are doing such a great job, and there's not really anything in there that wouldn't be for pretty much any age level.
Okay. And something else I find interesting and exciting, if you're looking maybe for a date night or just something a little extra special, is there's also the dinner theater that's offered.
Right, and this show is on our dinner theater. We have two separate stages. This one is on our dinner theater, so it does include the dinner with your show, and that's always a lot of fun. And it is a great place to have a date night or a family night or a party for your family or a party for your office if you want to have a Christmas party. Perfect place to do it.
Tell me a little bit about the dinner theater. If someone's never taken part in that, what does it mean? Are you eating while the show's going on, or do you eat before the show? What exactly does that entail?
You eat before the show. The buffet, it's a buffet, and everything except for your drinks and your dessert are on the buffet. And it's catered by Market Street, and they do a fabulous job of supplying us with all kinds of great food. We've not had any complaints about their food yet. And then we have a wait staff that takes care of your drinks and brings you your dessert and just pretty much takes care of you. And that's all done before the show starts. You finish eating before the show starts, so you're not clinking your dishes or anything while the show's going on. And then you watch the show and just have a great evening.
I love it. Sounds like a lot of fun. That way you can really concentrate, like you were saying,
Exactly.
on the show as
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
And you have a full stomach, so you're not distracted by anything
and
either.
this show, a few people might have to be ready to come up on stage and help out a little bit. So we wouldn't want them to be in the middle of eating if we're pulling them up on stage.
Absolutely. So an interactive show as well. So if there's someone you want to take and, have a good time or embarrass a little bit, no, all in good fun, I'm sure. Well, again, what are the dates? I mean, is this going to be taking place on the weekends up until the 16th, or when can people come out?
It does start on the day after Thanksgiving, and it runs that Friday and Saturday, and then it runs Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the next 2 weeks, and then Friday the 16th so far. Last year we ran all the way up to the 23rd of December, so if the show goes really well, which after I've been watching rehearsals I think it's going to, then you never know. We may have some more when it gets even closer to Christmas.
And then there's also that New Year's Eve showing.
Then there's also the New Year's Eve showing, yes.
Now, do you recommend that people call ahead of time to get their tickets for this? Is this something you can decide maybe, okay, it's Wednesday night, hey, this Friday, let's go to the show? How do you recommend people going about that?
I absolutely recommend you call and get reservations in advance. There are some times when you can come and get tickets at the door, but if you want to eat, you're going to have to make a reservation in advance. So we make sure we have enough food.
Sure.
But the Christmas shows are very popular, and we had last year about all but I think one of our shows was already sold out before the night got there.
Wow.
So if you had shown up to come to see the show, I wouldn't have had a place to put you because I was sold out. So I highly recommend you make reservations in advance.
Oh, that's good advice here. And just kind of one of the last things before we take a quick break is you talked a lot about parties, and you can rent this out. And this is, of course, the time of the year that people are wanting office parties or church parties or group parties, whatever it may be. So this is a great place to go and do that.
It's absolutely a great place. We can seat about 115 people, and the party packages that we have include the meal, include the show, even include the tip for the wait staff. It's all included in the packages, and price breaks begin at 10 people, and then that is for any of the regular nights. Then you can also rent, if you want, if you have a big enough group, you can schedule a night of your own and have a private party for just your group.
Have fun. So if you're interested in that, though, that's something you need to go ahead and call for, I understand.
Absolutely. We already have some private parties scheduled. We already have some big groups. I already have a couple of nights that are basically sold out because I've had some groups come in. So if you want a group, you better call soon.
Absolutely, and this is the time of the year to do that. So now is your time to call. We're going to give you more information on the number to call and how the Backdoor Theater got started, celebrating 40 years. We're talking about it next right here on Inside Texoma. Welcome back to Inside Texoma. Once again, I am joined with Gail Smith, the Executive Director at Backdoor Theater, and we're already talking about so many things that are coming up, just about to kick off here, so a very busy time. Just kind of going back, though, to how it all started, how Backdoor Theater got started, because I understand this is the 40th anniversary. That is so impressive, such a staple here in Wichita Falls.
Yes, Backdoor Theater's been around since 1971. Prior to that, there used to be a smaller arts organizations that did some things in town, and they're the ones that actually started the Summer Youth Musical. And then some folks that were here, Bob King, who actually was in the military, he was at Shepherd, wanted to kind of get into the arts, and he called his friend Gare Brundage, and the two of them basically kind of started this little theater group. Our first location was in the Big Weeks Mansion on Kell, and we had to go in the back door in the basement to get to the theater. That's where we got our name, Backdoor Theater.
Oh.
And we were there for a little while, and then we were at a facility on Travis Street across the street from the Methodist Church. And in 1976, Earl White gave us the building where we are now, and one of the stipulations is that we would take over doing the Summer Youth Musicals. And so we've been doing that ever since then.
How exciting. I love that the name actually has a tie into this as well. That's pretty neat.
You got to go to the back, and kind of sort of, you have to kind of go to the back way to get to us now because it's over on the side. So it's really kind of stuck with the whole Backdoor thing.
Absolutely. It just works that way.
Exactly.
That's awesome. kind of going to how many productions you have a year. I understand there's 8 productions a year, and
we do 8.
And
we do 8 regular productions. That's our regular season. So if you have season tickets or anything, that's the 8 productions that are included. But as you know, we do additional things. We have a band night. We do that about 4 or 5 times a year. We just had one this past Saturday night that was very successful. They were almost sold out. And we have those periodically throughout the year on the weekends when we don't have regular productions. And then next year for 2012, we actually have 2 additional special productions. We have a director's showcase drama that we're going to be showing in September. And then we have a little special thing happening around Halloween. We're going to be doing another show then around midnight, maybe 11 o'clock at night. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, that's something to definitely stay tuned for and get more information about. Kind of going back to the band nights, I understand this is actually really a special venue for them to be able to showcase themselves in. Why do you think it is that the Backdoor is so neat for these bands to come and be able to have the opportunity to play?
One of the main things I think they like is we are a smoke-free venue, and a lot of times we'll have bands that their families really, a lot of times their family, even like little kids and things, have never been able to see them because if they've played places where there's alcohol or where there's smoking, then they can't come or they don't want to come. And so I think the smoke-free environment more than anything else helps, and it's such an intimate location. They can come if they have it, if they are as a band on our dinner theater. They're sitting there at the table and they're enjoying the show, and it's a little bit more intimate setting for the band, and they really enjoy that.
Absolutely. And I know, you can always find out information as those bands are coming on News Channel 6 at noon. We're always showcasing those as they come. Is there another place, though, people can go if they want to know what shows are coming up, what productions are coming up, when the band nights are, when the special shows are? How can they find out all of that?
Well, they can find us in lots of places. We have our website at backdoortheater.org. Theater spelled with an R-E instead of an E-R. And you can call us at 322-5000, or we also have a Facebook page at Backdoor Theater of Wichita Falls, and we always list all of those things. Our auditions, if you want to be in a show, if you want to see a show, those are always listed there.
And kind of going into the auditions, that's basically just open for anyone to come on out, correct?
You do not have to have any experience to come and audition. In fact, some of our best actors we've had over the years have been people that have just said, I think I want to go try out. And the next thing you know, they're in show after show after show after show. And the only age restriction is if there's an age restriction in the production that we're doing. For example, the show we're doing right now only has 4 women, so we didn't have any men audition.
Sure.
Or if it doesn't have any kids in it or whatever. And then we have our summer youth musical that is for ages 13 to 21.
Such an exciting thing. Nigel, I know you've been a part of this since 1978. What do you love about Backdoor Theater? What do you love about what you get to do every day?
Well, Backdoor Theater, when you walk in, you almost immediately feel that sense of family. It doesn't take long to get the bug and realize that Backdoor Theater is a big family. There's people that have been around forever and ever. There's those of us that have just started or just been involved a little while. And you walk in the door, everybody is welcome. We've never turned anybody away. And you walk in the door and you just feel a sense that this is a place where you're going to have a lot of fun and you're going to have a good time.
Are you proud of what you're seeing it continue to be year after year?
Absolutely. Having been involved over the years for a long time, 78 is such a long time ago, it's great to see the things that we've done. And in the time that I've been there, since I've been the executive director, all the things that we've accomplished to really try to make our facility and our productions just to be the best that they can be.
That's awesome. Well, we really appreciate the insight and you taking time today to share with all the viewers at home more about Backdoor Theater and the upcoming production. I know everyone's going to be excited to see that and get you in the Christmas spirit. I'm excited about this.
Absolutely.
So thanks again, Gail, and we definitely look forward to hearing more, and I love all the additions that you're adding all the time. So we will look forward to hearing more from the Backdoor Theater.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we need to take another quick break, but we're going to be right back with more.